Okay, good evening, and can we get the volume turned up in the building, in the room here?
Oh, you should have it individually.
For the PA? PA is usually, you can hear usually better in,
On the side dial.
Yeah, but that's only the speakers, that's not.
yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Gotcha.
1, 2, 3. Usually we have good volume in here, so.
Yeah, it's on.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We normally, it's just out. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I will try and speak up as loud as I can. We're good to go? Okay. Good evening and welcome to the 56th meeting of the 13th elected Town Council of Happy Valley Goose Bay. This evening, as an emergent meeting, we've had 2 items that have been advertised, so there isn't any ability to adopt or change the agenda, sorry, but I will take a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
So moved.
Moved by Councillor Pomeroy, seconded by Councillor Winters. Discussion on the agenda? Okay, all those in favor indicate with aye. Aye. Contrary-minded? All right, we've accepted the agenda. Delegations, I see 2 delegations. Do we have the regular? Okay. So I'm going to ask, we have 2 delegations, and I will recognize you in a moment. First, Councillor Palmer is going to read the guidelines for delegations. Councillor Palmer?
Thank you, Mayor. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Policy statement: in order to ensure an amicable and respectful environment for delegates to meet with the council, it is recommended that the public of Happy Valley Goose Bay notify the Chief Administrative Officer or their designate of their intentions at least 24 hours before the meeting by providing their name, contact information, and a brief synopsis of the issue or concern they wish to raise. The CAO shall present the information to the mayor and or council before the council meeting begins. The mayor and council retain the right to limit the number of delegates presenting during each council meeting. At the time the delegate is accepted to present to council, the delegate will be notified of a maximum 10-minute timeline to raise their concern. After the presentation, the mayor and council members may ask questions or make comments on the information presented. In consideration for the length of council meetings, the delegate may request to bring forth their issue in writing. Such written presentations must include the name and contact information of the delegate or a brief synopsis of the issue or concern. The delegate accepts a 1-week response time to allow for the mayor and or council members or the chief administrative officer to respond in writing.
Thank you, Councillor Pomeroy. Okay, I have 2 delegates that have registered, and I'll offer the mic to Curtis Saunders first. Okay, Catherine Mitzuk. If you would just state your name when you get to the microphone for the record keeping.
Catherine Mitzuk, can you all hear me?
The mic's on.
Yeah, can you just check that? Yeah, they are.
I can hear him talking. Can you hear me? Red light is on, yeah. I'll speak louder.
All right, welcome to Council Chambers, Catherine, and the floor is yours for 10 minutes.
Thank you. Good evening to everybody who's here to support Travis, in person and online. We greatly appreciate it. Good evening, and thank you for the time to speak. Hard to come by. I'd just like to start off with a few simple, meaningful passages, and please remember these.
Yeah.
I don't.
Can we just take a minute? Yeah, there's definitely a Greg. Can you take a look? It's not in the settings online, is it? Because normally the volume is pretty good. Yeah, it's online, but not. Because normally the volume is up pretty good.
The gallery speakers were turned down before because of the live feed, because there's getting a lot of feedback.
Oh, is it? Is there a way to turn them back up? Pardon me?
They should have it on there.
Okay. Yeah, the microphones are on. It's just that there's usually a in here. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's just covered. It's covered with the black thing. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good evening again to everybody who's here to support Travis. We greatly appreciate it, and to everybody everybody who's online. There's a huge community behind you, Travis. We're glad to be here. Good evening, and thank you for the time to speak. Hard to come by. I'd just like to start off with a few simple but meaningful passages. Please remember these. As we go older, we discover we have two hands. One for helping others, and one for helping ourselves. But the hands that you have is for helping others. I believe this is why the council was chosen for the roles you currently hold. Because without community service, we would not have the quality of life we have. It is important to you all, the people who serve our community, but it is also just as important to us as the recipients, because you are our voices. Every single person that's in this room, every single person that's watching this live stream, you are our voices for this town, for this community, for these youth. Please remember you are our voices. That's why you're elected to this town council. I am here on behalf of the family of Travis Ford. I speak with one voice that may echo other people, but I am part of a group of people, a huge group of people. Travis put his heart and soul into his position. It was a job, but it was his dream job. He loved working with his colleagues, the ones who was asked to leave, and he enjoyed the atmosphere he worked in. Travis not only enjoyed his job, but he also spent numerous after hours teaching young adults and students in our community, such as the ones that are here to support him tonight. Travis is young. He's open-minded, and he is an asset to this community, whether you see it or not. Travis, like all of us, deserves a supportive and fair workplace, a place in which he is given the tools and guidance required in order to be effective. He's done his part, and despite all of this commotion that is still continuing, he wishes to continue where he left off, serving our community. Because we are a community that supposedly supports its residents as well as employees, the mayor and the council sitting here tonight should be the ones advocating for Travis. Yes. But instead, we find ourselves here gathered not as a community, but as a town dictatorship. We have to continually work together in order to better our community and the services we provide, not create turmoil. If you remember nothing from this letter, then please remember that there may be times when we are powerless to prevent injustice, but there will never be a time when we fail to protest what we believe is right. On behalf of Travis and his family, thank you to all the people here tonight and to all the community for the unwavering support. This is greatly appreciated. We can make a difference.
Thank you, Catherine. Okay, we got our volume there now. Okay. Okay, so our next delegation is Curtis Saunders. Curtis, the microphone's yours.
Oh, where do we start, Mr. Mayor and councillors? Good to see you. Good evening. I'm here on behalf of the Ford family. I've known Travis all my life when he was born. Knew his family all my life. I knew his grandfather. His grandfather come down from Fort Chimo. He and his other brother, they come down here on dog team. His grandmother from Nain, well-respected elder in this community, who built this community. I look around the table here tonight. I see two other Aboriginal people here. Mr. Winters, he came from the North Coast. Mr. Broomfield come from the North Coast. And we have an individual here, Mr. Ford. He went out and got his education. He's an Inuk. And then the town, what I hear, the town council wants to release him, but without cause. The Labrador people been fighting for years for justice, trying to get equal quality of life. Look on your town webpage. Read your town webpage. When you first open it up, I'll talk about this beautiful community we have here. It's not beautiful here now, this evening, because unfortunately, the town council wants to dismiss Mr. Ford. Now, whose call is that? It's not mine. But I do know one thing. This is not the first time this happened to an Aboriginal person. I know another Aboriginal person. I'm not going to say it's the 13th town council, but there was another town council that an individual from Labrador was born and raised here, and their family was from here. And they tried for an interview. They went to university and got their degree. Never got an interview because he wasn't qualified. But lo and behold, he went out to university and got their degree. But anyway, in the meantime, we have Mr. Ford here, got the university degree, Aboriginal. Great. But now we're going to release him without cause. I'm going to say one thing, Council, and I appreciate it, you for listening to me. You have 16 months. You have 16 months left in your term. I hope you make the right decisions. Because I know this past year, our taxes just went up because we couldn't handle a $15 million budget. $15 million budget. We don't have no HR. So maybe this is our cuts to help out our budget? I don't know. Maybe the council can ask this to the residents of Happy Valley Goose Bay. But that's here and here. But we're here for Mr. Ford and his family. Please, in your mind, he's an Inuk from Labrador. Are we going to treat him like this? No. I know one thing. As an Aboriginal person, that we've been discriminated against. I'm not saying this is discrimination. Put yourself in my boots. I look at Mr. Winters and I look at Mr. Brumville. Please, please, have a heart. And I thank you again, Mr. Councilors. This is a human being. He's from Labrador. Got Inuk blood, born and raised here. I don't know. Maybe we got someone qualified from out of the province or out of somewhere. Please, I look forward to your vote on this here. And I thank you again. And I look forward to 15 or 16 months till the next election. And I look forward to you going around shaking hands and kissing babies. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Saunders. All right, so that's the end of delegations. Moving into our agenda item, the next number is number 3, and it's Human Resources Matter.
Would you accept one more speech?
I'm sorry, we can't. Yeah, you would have had to register for it too. Sorry. No, sorry.
But you got to match this 48 hours of logistics.
I'm really sorry. Okay, so the agenda item is number 3, Human Resources Matter. I'll turn the floor over to Councillor Rumbold.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to dismiss the Director of Community Services and Recreation, Travis Ford, without cause, effective April the 6th, 2024.
Okay, it's been moved by Councillor Rumbold that we dismiss our CSR Director, Travis Ford, without cause, effective August 6th, 2024. Seconded by? April 2024. Seconded by? Seconded by Deputy Mayor Wallace. Discussion? Not hearing any discussion. All those in favor? All those in favor indicate with aye. Aye. Contrary minded? As it is as is dictated in the Municipalities Act, it does require a 2/3 votes of council. The motion has passed. Okay.
How would you like to go to your daytime job and say you've been dismissed without an
So I,
like it too much, would you, girls? Would you? Would you? No, you certainly wouldn't, and you guys should be ashamed. And you can't even look us in the face because you're too ashamed. Should be shamed. And look, don't go knocking on my door at 16
You
years.
can remove me if you want.
so I'm going to pass the floor. Okay, I am going to call the order, and I'm going to ask you to respect where we are,
Respect?
and I'm going to
You wanna
pass the
talk
floor.
about respect.
I'm going to pass the floor. I'm going to pass the floor to Deputy Mayor Wallace. I am going to pass the floor to Deputy Mayor Wallace.
You guys are dirt.
I am going to pass the floor.
Dirt, every one of you.
I don't know if there seems to be a confusion as to the process. This is the process we have to follow in the act. Without cause does not mean without reason. We're not going to disclose or go through any of this in a forum such as this. You can't do it.
Did you give them a reason when you met with them? Did you give him an answer when you met with him?
So I am going to close the conversation.
Yes, we did.
I am going to close the conversation down.
What did they provide, guys? Did you guys provide mental
I Okay, I am going to take a recess for a very short period of time. Can you close the Facebook Live, please? Thank you. Okay, I'm going to reconvene the meeting, and we're going to go into item number 4 in the agenda, which is multi-year capital works, and who's Deputy Mayor Wallace.
2017 to 2020 and 2020 to 2023 multi-year capital works programs. Be it resolved that the town of Happy Valley Goose Bay requests the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure that the 2017 to 20 and 2020 to 23 multi-year capital works program be amended as follows. Cancel Project 17 multi-year capital works 24-00112 Fire Hall Design, and reallocate those approved funds of $200,000 to Project 17 multi-year capital works 24-00154 municipal building upgrades. The fire hall design is scheduled to be included in the 2023-26 multi-year capital works program. Reallocate $50,000 from 2020 to 2023 multi-year capital works program unallocated funds to Project 17 multi-year capital works 24-00154 municipal building upgrades. Reallocate $600,000 from 2020/2023 multi-year capital works program unallocated funds to Project 17 multi-year capital works 22-00011 D42 pump house upgrades.
Okay, it has been moved by Deputy Mayor Wallace and Municipal Services Committee that we amend the 2023-26 multi-year capital works, or be included, sorry. We amend, yeah, this is going to be a difficult one. Cancel Project 17 MYCW 240012, the Fire Hall Project Design. Reallocate those funds to 17 MYCW 24001154 municipal building upgrades. The Fire Hall Design is scheduled to be included in the 2023-26 multi-year capital works program. Reallocate $50,000 from the 2020-2023 multi-year capital works program. Unallocated funds, Project 17 MYCW 24001154 municipal building upgrades, and reallocate $600,000 from 2023 multi-year capital works 2020-2023 multi-year capital works programs unallocated funds to Project 17 multi-year capital works 22-00011 D42 pump house upgrades. Seconded by?
I'll second the motion.
Seconded by Councillor Compton Hobbs. Discussion? Okay, none being heard. All those in favour indicate with aye. Aye. Contrary-minded? Next motion, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Canada Community Building Fund, be it resolved that the town of Happy Valley Goose Bay requests the Department of Municipal and Provincial Affairs for approval to use funds from the town's allocation under the Canada Community Building Fund in the amount of $232,395 for the town's share on 17-MYCW-24-00154 municipal building upgrades.
Okay, it's moved by Deputy Mayor Wallace and the Municipal Services Committee that we use funds from the town's allocation under the Canada Community Building Fund as presented. Seconded by?
I'll second.
Seconded by Councillor Pomeroy. Discussion? None heard. All those in favour indicate with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Contrary-minded? Motion is passed. Do you have anything else bring forward for a close? You're good? That's just the two, right? Okay. Motion to adjourn
Motion
made
to
by
adjourn.
Councillor Compton Hobbs, seconded by Councillor Rumbold. All those in favour indicate with aye. Aye. Contrary-minded? Meeting's adjourned.